What's up, elite Thenx athletes? It's Chris Heria. Welcome to another video of Official Thenx. Today we're gonna be doing high pull-ups, but not these high pull-ups, these high pull-ups. All right, so let's get started. First, we're gonna cover pull-up form. When doing a pull-up, normally we're pulling straight to our neck and then coming straight back down, right? Well, when doing a high pull-up and you wanna go past the neck, you have to start learning how to pull differently. It's no longer pulling like this, but you're actually pulling to your chest or your belly button waistline. So we have to start changing the direction of which we pull. The first thing we're gonna do is switch up on the scapulas. Normally the scapulas are on the outside and you're pulling like this. We're actually now going to bring our scapulas down and on the inside. And we're gonna start pulling like this towards the chest, almost like we're doing the opposite of a push-up, right? So when you pull this way, the end of that rep will be at your chest versus your neck, which is a longer repetition, right? So it should look like this. When you're going into this, you want to have your scapulas down and then forward, like you're ready to do a push-up. From here, you can then grab the bar. And when you're grabbing the bar, make sure there's a nice arch in your back. When there's an arch in your back and you're pulling like this, that's how you know you're doing it correctly. So your elbow should stay in, pull right up to the chest, and back down. This is the beginning form of starting to increase the height in your pull-ups. When you're trying to do high pull-ups, and depending on how high you're trying to go, the angle will always change. So if you want to go to your waist, it's almost like doing a pull-up with a lat pull-down at the same time to reach the end position, which will be your waistline. And the more you get used to pulling like this, with this angle, the higher and the more skilled your high pull-ups will get, because you don't do a high pull-up like this. You do it like this. So when you're in this angle, you pull straight to here. Now there are exercises that will master this skill and this movement to being able to get a higher pull-up. And we're gonna cover those exercises right now. All right, so the first exercise that we're gonna do is L-sit on a short bar, half bar, parallel bar, whatever you want to call it, as long as you can sit down in an L-sit and still have your arms in a full extension at the bottom. So the goal of what we're gonna do is pull up in an explosion, right? Just straight up, boom, as hard as we can, keeping this L-sit and as well as keeping that form, scapulas back down and out. So from here, just pulling straight up, no kipping, no movement, dead hang. When you get to the top, try to hold it as long as you can and then control the bottom. When you come back down, just sit to dead weight position again. Because the whole point of this movement is trying to get that explosive reaction, that explosive pull, as skilled as possible. So it's all about from a neutral position, dead weight, to pulling, boom, and getting that explosiveness. At the beginning when you're doing this, you might not pull that high, but the more you do this movement, the higher you're gonna pull and the easier pull-ups are gonna feel. They're gonna feel eventually weightless. So let's do a couple more. All right, next move, weighted pull-ups. For all our veteran subscribers out there, you should know that weighted pull-ups is one of my favorite moves. I do this all the time. Heavy, normal weight, and even light. You wanna hit all type of rep ranges. You wanna be able to max out super heavy at 4 of something really heavy, as well as hit 10 reps of a moderate weight, as well as try to hit exponential more reps of lighter weight. So particularly for learning these high pull-ups, we want to use a type of weight where we're going to hit around 10 reps, right? So when you take this off, you feel like super light. Now when you're doing high pull-ups, you need to feel light. So choose a weight that you can hit around 10 reps for, keep that perfect form, let's go for it. Also, try to keep that form that I was telling you about before. Scapula's down, up, and to the chest. When you're using that form with the weights, it's gonna speed up that technique. So let's do it. All right, this next exercise is high waist pull-ups, but we're gonna be using a resistance band. So now we're gonna isolate the technique because we're gonna have help to go up high. We're gonna really focus on the direction that we're pulling in and making sure our scapulas are in place, and basically the overall form and the technique that we should be applying when doing these high pull-ups. Okay, so when we're trying to achieve them, it's hard to stay in that position because we're training for that. But when you have a little bit of help with a resistance band to help with the pulling, you can focus more on the technique. So now we're gonna do high waist pull-ups with a resistance band, but we get to focus more on that scapula position, that lean back, and pulling as high as we can to chest, belly button, or waist, whichever one we're at. So let's go for it. Lean back, pull. This one should be no kipping, no movement. All right, next exercise. L-sit, close grip, pull up. Why is this move special? Well, one of the best ways to pull up really, really high is close grip. It's a lot easier than doing it normal grip and wide grip. Another thing, it's really important that you need to get that pull up with that core, that L-sit, really, really strong. So one of the best ways to do that is doing L-sit, close grip, pull-ups. So we're gonna go for it. We're gonna try not to do any movement. We're gonna keep it strict form and just pull just with strength, controlling perfect form the whole time. Here we go, close grip. Also, make sure those scapula positions stay in that technique, in that place. So, rolled, lean back, L-sit. All right, so we're at the last exercise, negative muscle ups. So we're gonna go from the top of a muscle up and we're gonna come all the way down to full arms extension as slow and controlled as we can. The reason why this movement is so important for high pull-ups is because you're gonna be at that position of a high pull-up without having to actually go up to that position of a high pull-up. When you're first starting to do high pull-ups, you probably can't reach that position yet. So doing a negative muscle up will let you be in that position and start training the muscles that you use when you're in that position by starting there and coming down as slow and controlled. Also, by that slow and controlled movement, that is really gonna have you perfect that pulling movement, especially pulling up really high when you're starting from here and you're coming down as slow as you can. So it should look like this. We're gonna start from the top of the muscle up. You can find any pull-up bar, the side of the dip bar, however you like. But the point is to come down to your chest. So as low as you can. Elbows in, chin up, and then make this transition. That transition is gonna go from pushing to pulling. You're gonna hold on tight, and then you're gonna release all the way down. So we're gonna do a couple more just so you can see and understand this technique right here. So again, we're gonna go up, come down, slow, controlled. The last moment, squeeze in and back, lean forward, make that position and transition as slow and controlled as you can. So let's do a couple more for good luck. So that concludes today's video. You want to make sure that you completely master these exercises so that you can master the high pull-up. I really hope this video helps you guys out with their pull-up gains and getting those pull-ups super high. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We almost have 100,000 subscribers. It's insane. You know, we're growing so fast. So for all you brand new subscribers that are here now, thank you so much for subscribing, and get ready to see some crazy, amazing content that is gonna change the way you train, change the way you think about training. Also, we have a brand new program on Thenx.com, calisthenics and weights program. We have taken weight exercises and calisthenics exercises and fused them into an 8-part program that has over 150 brand new weight exercises that's gonna get you into the best shape of your life and challenge you in a brand new way. With weight exercises comes more strength, more skill, more power, and more mass. But at the same time, this program is gonna keep you shredded and burning fat throughout each week. So if you're trying to get in the best shape of your life and you wanna start putting on more mass, and you find that calisthenics hasn't quite gotten you to that size yet, you definitely wanna check out this program at Thenx.com. It's brand new, and we have a whole bunch of a lot more new content coming out for you on the website. So definitely make sure to sign up right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace out. What's up, elite Thenx athletes? Welcome to the Calisthenics and Weights program. This program is divided into 8 parts of calisthenics and weights exercises with over 150 brand new weights exercises to challenge you in a new way. With weight exercises comes more strength, more power, and more mass, while still burning fat throughout each week and getting that shredded physique. So get ready to change your body and change your life and put your skills to the test in the calisthenics and weights program. Let's do it.